Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Neerum. We're really excited to be working with you. I have my other members of the Choices Your Superpower team here, and we really want to talk to you about inspired choices. That's what we're going to be talking about with you in this course, and we're really excited about it. So, what do inspired choices mean to me? Uh, the first one that comes to mind for me is when I quit to become a stand-up comic. I was working in corporate America as an engineer and was sitting at my desk one day and said, what am I doing here? I did that analysis in my head. I went, is this where I want to be in 5 years? And I said, no. Is this where I want to be in 10 years? I said, no. Is this where I want to be in 20 years? And it all came up no. And I said, what am I doing here? And that's when I decided to quit to become a stand-up comic. I would say that's an inspired choice. Not necessarily an easy choice to make. A lot of people were like, what are you going to do? You're going to do what? You've got a degree in engineering? But that one choice led to me to becoming a teacher. It led to me becoming a speaker. It led to me working with these wonderful people. So what we really want to do is we want to work with you. We're looking forward to doing that and teaching you how to make inspired choices for yourselves and how to form habits around those inspired choices to make you more successful. So let's open it up to the rest of the team here. Let's go with Joyce. Why don't you share with us a little bit about what you think is an inspired choice for you?
For me, so I kind of have a little bit of a similar story. I was working at a job in HR, which I loved. Unfortunately, the economy did not love it. And so I got a little help having to make an inspired choice. I found myself laid off from the job that I loved, and I had to think about, okay, what is it that I want to do? And I could go back into corporate America, which is a very easy thing to do. But there's a lot of working for corporate America that, there are some drawbacks and there are some great things. And I really thought, what are the pieces of what I do every day that I want to do and that I love to do? And from that, I made the choice to hang my own shingle in HR. So I'm helping small to medium businesses grow themselves as better leaders, making sure that they're HR compliant. And then I'm also able to teach this work that we're doing, this making inspired choices, living really a better life. And so my inspired choice was to, rather than go back to that safe place of corporate America, to expand out on my own and really be able to give a lot of my skills and abilities to a mass amount of people in a lot of different groups and a lot of different walks of life, rather than just stay in my little cubicle in corporate America and be safe. So I have been loving life every day since.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. I think one of the key points that I took away from that was, look, sometimes life throws you something, as in you're out of a job, and then you say, what am I going to do? You're like, ah! And you can wallow or you can make an inspired choice. So I thought that was a really great example. So thank you, Joyce, for sharing. Let's go with the man with the hair. Let's go to Matthew. Tell us, what does inspired choices mean to you?
You were muting me. That's okay. I'm back on. So thank you for bringing that up. Inspired choices to me is simple. I'm going to put my hands in like you love, Chris. Inspired choices is taking control of your life and doing what you want with your own life. I found myself stuck, frustrated. I didn't get laid off like Joyce, but it was like, where am I at? Where am I going? What is going on here? I'm not happy. And it was really, I was just allowing life to happen. I was allowing everything to happen to me. And then I got what I got and I wasn't happy with it. So I made a choice, and the choice was I'm going to start creating the future and the life that I want. And really that's what it's all about, is going out and following your passions and doing something you're excited about.
Beautiful. Thank you, Matt. I love that whole idea of being purposeful, intentional. And I got to share this with Matt. We'll share this at the end, but Matt's got one thing that he always can tell when somebody's looking for something. So we'll put a pin in that one and we'll come back to it. Let's go to Joanna and see what inspired choices mean to her.
So I have been self-employed for 15 years, entrepreneur, pretty much in the same industry, and that has essentially made me psychologically unemployable. I'm my own HR director, financial advisor, creative director, financial advisor, and I burn out on those other jobs from time to time. So what I've discovered is becoming an expert, what I've become an expert at is finding the joy in my work. And when I came across this work of self-development, which I've been doing pretty actively for about the last 10 years, but when I came across the principles that we're going to be sharing with you guys, I realized that it is absolutely about taking 100% responsibility for your lifestyle by design. And there's parts of my work that I love, and the part that I love the most is helping others discover their strengths and their excitement. I'm in real estate, and multiple times in the last almost 16 years, there have been some market shifts, and it's been hard to pull myself up from my bootstraps and take the hits and take the wins in stride and find the passion point. So the inspired choices for me have been helping others figure out what they like about their work, whether it is real estate or any other industry that they're in, and getting, like Joyce said, passionate about the parts that you love. And that's why I'm involved with you guys. And as entrepreneurs that we all are, it's those inspired choices are daily. And it's like Zig Ziglar says, motivation is like taking a bath. You got to do it every day. So I'm just happy to be working with you guys and sharing this work with the rest of the world.
That's fantastic. You know, what I immediately keyed in for me was a life by design. And that is really what we're looking for you, for working with us, is make a life by design. And I think it was Matt that said, it says, I was just going through the motion. I was letting life happen to me. I wasn't designing it, and I wasn't feeling happy. So I'm going to open this up to the kind of the four of us here for a minute. And let's see, go to the gallery view. And Matt has this one thing that you can hear that when people say it, that is always kind of a key, that they may not be living the life that they want. So Matt, hey Matt, how you doing today?
Man, living the dream, Chris. Just living the dream, bro. I like that. That was good, right?
Right, yeah. You could tell that one about is near and dear to his heart.
That's right. That's right.
When people do that, it's like, yeah, I'm living. It's the idea of, you know, I shouldn't complain. You know, I have, like me, I'm married, I have a lovely wife, I have 2 lovely kids. I shouldn't complain, but there's something else I want. And either I don't know how to get it, or I feel uncomfortable asking for it because I feel I'm in a comfortable place. And so many people get comfortable. And what we're going to teach you in this course is how to step outside your comfort zone, right? Whether it's a choice of your own, like Joanna or Matt, or whether sometimes you're thrust into it, like Joyce's story. You know, we're like, I've got to make some choices now, right? I have no other option. I'm going into a new realm or a new part of my life. These are the kind of things that happen to people. Sometimes you live a life by design. Sometimes you just live a life, and you're wondering why things aren't moving in the direction you want. This is what we want to do, is we are looking forward to working with you and teaching you how to use your superpower. And choice is your superpower. Make inspired choices. Live a life of design and passion and excitement. Something that gets you up and going, yeah, I'm excited. So that's what we're here to do. And we look forward to working with you over the next several weeks. Thank you so much. Anybody else want to add anything?
I do. As far as living the dream, you hit on it. For me, it's a little bit different. It's like, I think everyone just accepts that you can't have what you want in life. That's where the living the dream is. What are you doing? I'm living the dream because this is all I got. I can't do anything else. I think it comes from a place of that desperation and just not knowing that there's more, not knowing that there's better, not knowing that you have the power to do it yourself, based on making inspired choices and making super choices. And that's what we want to lay out for you. It really comes down to your mindset and where you want to go and having some clarity in life. Because when you say living the dream, you're just, it's, you know, for me, I used to say it because I was wanted to fit in with everyone and say, hey, I'm living the dream. That's like, people accept your bad mood and knowing that everything's going so bad more than they would accept if you walked in like, I'm having a great day. You won't believe how awesome everything is. People at work would think you're crazy if you walked in that positive of a mood. But if you walk in going, yeah, it sucks, my wife was yelling at me, the kids did that, that has become the norm, is that people are unhappy and don't think there's any more. So when they say living a dream, you slap them. I'm telling you right now, slap people. And then you No. Okay, great.
Our HR
Okay.
person, no.
We have 0 editing tools, so we're not going to take that out. Just don't slap people.
Metaphysically slap them, like,
That's right. Don't. Yeah. Mentally with your words. Thank you, Chris. Like a verbal slap. So, what we're trying to say though is there is better, there is more, and it really boils down to what choice are you going to make to do about it. So.
I love Joyce going.
So, sorry, no.
That's that one.
I want to add in there. This happens in a process and in layers, because I can even hear my own self going, well, how do I recognize an inspired choice? I don't have any choices. This is the life that's been put in front of me. And we're going to help you recognize the tools to shed some of those limiting beliefs, some of that initial response. Like you were saying, the living the dream was an initial response. It seemed appropriate. But now when we say living the dream, like I really am. Like this is my dream life. This is the lifestyle I've designed. So if right now this is all sounding a little foreign, like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to get there, we've got the tools to show you how to unpack and shed off some of those old layers, so that when you have a choice that shows up or an opportunity that shows up, you're going to recognize it as an inspired option.
Absolutely.
So
Nice.
yeah, one of the things, the living the dream, right? But when people say, oh, I'm living the dream, are they really, right? What we're going to talk about is how you can define a bigger, better dream for yourself, bigger beyond anything that you can think of, and how you can take steps to get there. So through the course, through these next 12 weeks, I think, however many weeks we're going to be together.
32 weeks of
the next 812 weeks of your life for the low price of $99.99 a week. No, just kidding. So the next, for the expanse of the course, we're going to take you through different steps on how you can define your dream, how you can live and think bigger than where you are today, and taking those steps to get to that dream. And you're not in it alone. Yeah. So that's the great thing, is you also have us as partners to help you get to finding those dreams. So if you don't know what your dream is today, we've got tools to help you with that too. But the whole idea is living a bigger, better life and loving what you do every single day. I know that's I'm not going to live every day, but the majority of my day, I'm a happy girl. And that's because I'm making inspired choices and I'm choosing things that work well for me. And the more that I do that, the more that comes my way. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I just love talking with all of you. I just love it. I get inspired. So we're hoping to inspire you. Look, what we really get down to is there is a system, and it's about having a team. And that's what we want to be for you. We want to be your team. We're going to work with you. We're going to push you a little bit. We're going to challenge you to get outside that comfort zone. And we're going to challenge you to decide, like Joyce is saying, to get up and say, how am I going to be intentional in this day? How do I make this day a great day? Because you have the ability to choose that intention. And I tell you, when you choose that intention, it's amazing how much that comes out. Changes your relationship with your family, with your friends, how you approach work. And I just want to loop back to what Matt said. I had to stop telling people, I love teaching. I love it. And I love telling jokes. Those are the two things that I love to do for a living. I'm just lucky I found something I did. I love a way to do that. And I used to be at my corporate job and I go, hey, how's it going? They're like, oh man. And they'd ask me how I'm doing. I'm like, I'm doing great. And like people look at you like, and I stopped telling it because people thought I was an alien. I'm like, I'm doing great because I'm doing something I love to do. Right? But once I started doing that, I'm like, well, how else can I make greater impact in the world? And that's what inspired me to move forward and into this space. So whether you're doing it and you're a little bit afraid, or whether you're doing this course and you're a little bit afraid to maybe step outside your comfort zone, that's what we're here to encourage you to do, and we're going to help you do that. Or if you're just like, look, I am motivated and I'm driven and I want to get to my next level, we're here for you too. The system works. It works for wherever you are, to get you from where you are to where you want to be. So thank you very much, and thank you all for this wonderful introduction to our course.